Welcome to the show, Mr. Anirudh.
Thanks for having me.
Start. Hello everyone and welcome back to ZenTalks, where we explore how businesses can leverage technology to improve efficiency and skill smarter. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about a topic that becomes increasingly important for accounting and financial service firms: how to implement Zoho CRM in an accounting firm. And many accounting firms today still rely on spreadsheets, emails, and manual reminders to manage clients and compliance tasks. While this might work a small number of clients, it becomes really extremely difficult for the firm as it grows. That's where Zoho CRM can play a transformative role. To help us understand how accounting firms can successfully implement Zoho CRM, I am joined today by our very own Zoho CRM expert, Mr. Anirudh. Welcome to the show, Mr. Anirudh.
Thanks for having me. This is actually like a very relevant topic because accounting firms usually deal with like a lot of a huge amount of client data and compliance related tasks. And they're not just managing like financial records, they're also like handling client communications, tax filing deadlines, compliance requirements, document collection, ongoing financial services. And in many firms, this kind of information is like spread across spreadsheets, email threads, and sometimes even like paper files.
So if I'm not wrong, this probably becomes the chaotic as the client base grows.
True. So imagine managing like 30 clients manually. It might be manageable to like a certain extent, but once a firm has hit like 200 or 500 clients, it becomes extremely difficult to like track everything. And I'd say like this is where CRM systems become very valuable for the company because they centralize all the client related information in just one platform.
So essentially the CRM becomes the center hub for managing clients.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Okay. So let's talk specifically about what Zoho CRM brings to the accounting firms.
Yeah, I'd say like one of the biggest advantages of having Zoho CRM is that it allows firms to manage like the entire client lifecycle. So let's say, for example, the journey starts with your lead or your inquiry, and then maybe a client contacts the firm asking for like services like tax filing, GST registration, or bookkeeping. And let's say once that inquiry comes in, the firm generally schedules like a consultation to understand the client's needs. And then after that, they send a proposal, a quotation for the services. And if the client agrees, the firm moves into like, the client onboarding process.
So this actually involves collecting documents and financial details also, right?
Yes, it does. So documents like your PAN numbers, GST information, bank statements, or previous tax filings. And then once your onboarding is complete, the firm begins delivering services such as your income tax filing, your GST filing, bookkeeping, payroll management, audit services. And then what Zoho CRM does is it basically allows firms to like track each and every stage in this entire process.
Okay, so I have a doubt, like accounting firms have very specific workflows. So how customizable is Zoho CRM for the particular industry, like consider accounting firm itself?
So Zoho CRM is like highly customizable, which is extremely ideal for industries like accounting. So firms can create custom modules based on their services. Let's say a firm might create modules like your tax filing records, compliance trackers, client documentation, and account projects. And then each of these modules can store important data. And then let's say, for example, a tax filing module that would include fields like your PAN number, GST number, the financial year, your filing status, due date, assigned accountant, etc.
Okay, that sounds very useful because as far as I know, accountants deal with a lot of regulatory deadlines, right?
Exactly. So instead of like tracking deadlines in spreadsheets, everything can be managed directly in the CRM. And this generally tends to make it easier for the teams to stay organized.
So one of the biggest risks in accounting is missing compliance deadlines. So how does Zoho CRM help with that?
I would say automation is key. In this instance, automation is definitely the key. And Zoho CRM allows firms to like create automated workflows that triggers your tasks and your reminders. Now let's say if a GST filing deadline is approaching, and the system can automatically create a reminder for the assigned accountant. It can also send an automated email to your clients requesting necessary documents before the filing date.
So accountants don't have to track all the deadlines manually.
No, they don't have to. The automation pretty much ensures that the right tasks are created at the right time, and this reduces your manual effort, and it significantly, extremely lowers your risk of missing deadlines.
Another strength of Zoho is its ecosystem of applications. So how does Zoho CRM work with the other Zoho tools?
Yeah, like you said, that's one of the biggest advantages of the Zoho platform. And Zoho CRM basically, integrates with your Zoho Books, which allows firms to, manage invoices and accounting records in general. And it can also integrate with Zoho Sign for, your document signing, your digital document signing. And then for customer service or customer support, firms can use Zoho Desk. And as for, advanced reporting and dashboards, they can, connect with Zoho Analytics. And when all of these tools, come together and work together, accounting firms get complete digital ecosystem.
Okay, so instead of using multiple disconnected tools, everything works together within the Zoho's ecosystem.
Precisely, yeah.
So before we wrap up, what are the biggest benefits accounting firms see after implementing Zoho CRM? Can you just break it down?
Yeah, so in this case, there are several key benefits. I'd say first and foremost, okay, so your centralized client management, all of your information, it will be stored in one place. And then second will be your, your automation of your repetitive tasks, which saves times for your accountants.
Okay.
And then the third would be better compliance tracking. This helps firms, avoid, your missing important deadlines and things like that. And then fourth and finally, a better visibility into basic business performance altogether, including your client growth and service revenue. So overall, Zoho CRM helps accounting firms to become more organized, efficient, and scalable.
That was a very great discussion, Anirudh. So it's clear that implementing Zoho CRM can help accounting firms move away from all the manual process and build a much more structured and scalable system for managing their clients and services. So thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights.
Thank you. It was absolutely amazing to be a part of this conversation.
And thanks to everyone listening to ZenTalks. If you enjoyed this episode and want to learn more about Zoho ecosystem and business transformation, stay tuned for our more conversations. We'll see you in the next episode of ZenTalks. Until then, like, share and subscribe. If you want to try Zoho CRM by yourself, Zentegra is providing 15 days of free Zoho CRM trial. Link is in the description.
Epic. Congratulations.